Jo and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing this one right here. This is Skyfleet and this is by Victoria Williamson. Now, those of you that have been here before will know that I have reviewed some other books by Victoria Williamson in the past, so I will link those up for you down below. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about this one. This is Skyfleet March of the Mutabugs. Okay, now this is a middle grade, okay, preteen read. This one, in fact, our protagonists are 12 years old in this, to give you an idea. This one, I got sent a free review copy of this book, as this is part of a book tour, which was organised by The Right Reads. I will also link up to them on Twitter for you so you can check them out. But yeah, anyway, so the author sent me a copy of this as part of the tour and I'm pretty glad they did. I also did a unboxing for this one, which there was loads of other cool little treats inside the bag, so I will link up to the unboxing for you as well so you can check that out. But let's talk about this book. Okay, so in this one we have Amberley, who is our protagonist in this. She is a 12-year-old girl who is in a wheelchair, okay, and her best friend Rick, who here, bearing in mind this is dystopian kind of stuff here, he is visually impaired and he has like this special machinery and things to help him see and things on this. So now this is the first thing I'd like to say about this book and about Victoria Williamson in general, because I also found this in other books that I've read from hers. She is really good at representation. Okay, so having characters who have certain disabilities and things, but featuring them in such a way that it just goes to like empower the characters even more, okay, and it's part of the story, okay, so they're not just inserted these disabilities in order to have representation, if you know what I mean. They are like a focal part of the story, of the plot and everything. It's important for the story that they are in that situation, okay. So I think that's really important to point out, because I don't think there's enough books out there that do this and do it well. Okay, Victoria Williamson is one of those authors that does, and consistently, so that gets bonus points. Okay, so in this one, anyway, we have Amberley. She is a 12-year-old, like I said, and she's in a wheelchair, which happened following a flight which she took with her parents in the Firehawk, which is their plane, which crashed and led to the death of both her parents. She managed to survive, but ended up in a wheelchair because of it. Okay, Rick, who is her best buddy, he's also an orphan. His parents died coming to the New World. He has great aspirations of being an engineer, just like his parents were, and things. And the two of them decide to fix up the Firehawk plane, which was Amberley's parents' plane, so that Rick can prove his worth as an engineer and things, so that he doesn't get moved away to the farming places and stuff, and so, you know, to stay in the main part with Amberley and stuff. Amberley, obviously, as well, she wants her parents to be proud of, you know, her flight skills and everything, and it's all about overcoming like the emotional stuff as well as the physical stuff and things. So anyway, these two decide to fix up the Firehawk, get themselves in lots of trouble along the way, but it's all for a good cause, because the main base and the surrounding forests and things are being attacked by these metabugs. Okay, now these metabugs, basically there was an explosion which caused like radiation and things in the area, and so all of the insects and bugs and things that are living there have all transformed, and most of them have become gigantic. And whilst previously they weren't really much of an issue because they sort of ate each other, if you like, in recent times there is this new mutabug which is causing problems, and it's now attacking the people, the farmers, their crops and everything else as well. So it's a real life and death kind of situation now, because of these new mutant bugs that are on the look. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking I should probably give a warning about this book. Okay, if you have phobias about insects of any kind, probably not a good pick for you, this one. Particularly spiders. It will probably give you nightmares. So I should put that out there as well. Okay, so yeah, that's something you should bear in mind going into this, particularly the spider part. Okay, because if you're scared of like normal spiders, then you know, gigantic ones that eat people and stuff, probably not something you want to be reading about. But yeah, anyway, so we have the Skyfleet, which is made up of like this wonderfully colourful cast of characters. Screwball Sydney was a favourite of mine. She was pretty awesome. And yeah, some of the others as well. Something I should say about this one, throughout the book we get like pages like this come in. So you have extra, there's a picture of the plane for each one. So this is the Midnight Sun, and it tells you the pilot is, the type of engine, the weapons and defense, and all that, the special features that it has and stuff. Because you have ones, there's some that are run like solar powered stuff, there's others that have there's a chameleon one, all sorts of different ones. We have the Clockwork Bandit, which is Screwball Sydney's plane, which is basically made out of scraps and stuff. And so we got those throughout. There's also the Skyfleet based log entries as well, which come in and they give sort of different information throughout as well. So it's, I thought it was done really nice because they're like little extra bits put in that I think, you know, bearing in mind it is for middle grade readers, I think those elements in it, I think they would really be appreciated by the kids reading it, because it like breaks it up nicely and it adds in like that other layer to it as well. A lot of action and things happening in this one. I think also as far as the whole empowerment angle goes, that was definitely a strong theme in this one. Not just overcoming the personal difficulties and things like that that the kids had, but also the fact of, you know, doing the right thing even when, you know, the adults maybe didn't really understand the capacities of the children and things. And it just, there's lots. And as I have come to find with Victoria Williamson, it means that the book does lend itself wonderfully to book discussion, okay, because there's lots of things that can be talked about because of this, okay. So like I found some of her other books, and I will link up for you, I did a book club kit for one of her other books, which was War of the Wind, which I recommend you check out as well. But yeah, that had lots of talking points in it, and this also has lots of talking points in it. So I think this would be a really good read, also for schools as well, not just for book clubs and things like that and discussion points with the kids in general. But I think it would lend itself very well to the classroom as well. Also in this particular case, because of the various different insects and things in that. So you've got the whole science angle on it. There's also, obviously, because of the disabilities and things in it, the fact that there's orphans. Here talking about, you know, the whole dystopian angle on it as well. So radiation and things like that. The crops. And the cattle and things like that as well. I think it's one of those books. Also, the medical point of view as well. That could bring up some good discussion points and things as well. So I think it definitely lends itself to those kind of classroom discussions, and it could cross over and have projects in various different subjects as well. So there you go. That is Skyfleet March of the Mutabugs, and that is by Victoria Williamson. So make sure you check it out, and thank you again to the author, the publisher, and the Right Beats for sending over a copy of this one. And yeah, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have read this book or you have read any other books by the author, then please let me know about those. And also, if you have any other suggestions as well of books that include diversity, disabled characters and things like that, where it's done well and it really is part of, you know, the story and things in it, then please let me know about those down below as well. I would love to check them out. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.